Hi everyone, how are you? I'm Abel and welcome back to my channel. It feels so good to be back here. I had wanted so bad to talk to the camera once again, and well, I have to tell you that I took some time off from DIYs videos because I had a lot of home office and also I had to go to the office sometimes. Besides that, I also started my master's degree in these very difficult times. By the way, I hope that if you are watching this, you are safe, you are healthy, and you are surrounded by the people you love. I can tell you that I was dying to go back to this kind of videos, and it's always so nice to come back making something you love. That's why for today's video, I will show you how I made this tumbler watercolor of a flamingo. But first, I will show you the materials I used, and then let's do it. I will use paper, watercolor, container with water, a pencil, and a couple of brushes. Remember that the complete list of materials is in the description box. The first step is to draw the sketch of a flamingo in the paper, and for this you can use an image as reference, which is actually what I did. Next I will apply the first layer of watercolor, which is going to be a very light one, and since I am making a flamingo, I will start with a very light tone of pink for the whole base, and intensifying some parts by taking the watercolor directly from the peel, especially on the edges of the sketch. Once in a while I will apply a different shade of pink, in this case a darker one, in order to give a little bit more of deepness to the illustration. The next step is to apply a second layer of watercolor, but I just have to be careful to leave some parts light. And using just a little dash of orange watercolor, I will create some contrast. Using the same orange, but with a great amount of water, I will start to color this part of the beak. And using a very intense black watercolor, I will paint the remaining part of the beak. I will then come up to make the eye, and for this step I can suggest you to use the finest brush you have, especially for the details. After this I will paint the remaining part of the body, and for this I will use the watercolor with a large amount of water, and once in a while I will intensify taking the watercolor directly from the peel. As final step, and this is actually an optional step, I will splatter watercolor by tapping the brush very gently over the surface of the paper. What do you guys think about this illustration? I can tell you that I have been looking for inspiration on the internet, and then I stumbled with this illustration of a flamingo on Pinterest, and I couldn't wait to try it. Besides that, I was eager to go back to make DIY videos, which is actually something I never thought I would say, although the truth is that I have been very busy, and whenever I had some spare time, I would prefer to rest just a little bit. But coming back to the illustration, I would have to say that I am very happy with the final result, especially considering the fact that it is an animal, and I don't feel very comfortable working with this kind of illustrations because I tend to get very nervous working with these proportions. That's why I always paint landscapes. But something that helps me not to feel that pressure is to make animals but with a fantastic touch. That's why I created the splatter effect that I love so much and that I recommend you to try. You can let me know in the comment section your thoughts about this watercolor, and also let me know if you have any suggestions to make something in the future. That, by the way, I had a lot of plans for the channel on this year, but we all know what happened. And if you're not subscribed and you would like to be, hit the subscription button, or you can do that on the image that's over here. and turn on the notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when there's a new video around. Thank you so much for your likes, your comments, and for sharing this content, and I recommend you to see these videos that you may like. Follow me on my social media that's on the screen and in the description box, and I'm off to see you next time. Bye bye!